Hello, hello, hello. June Hollingsworth here. Monday Night Live. I am ready for it. I hope you guys are ready. I am going to just wait until you come in. Hi. Hey, Prophet Chantel, how are you? Hey, Erica, how are you? I think okay. I think I clicked something accidentally. I put you on the screen. How you doing? Good to see you guys coming in. Hey. I'm gonna say hi to all my replay viewers. Hey. I'm just gonna wait until some of you guys come in. And both of you guys are on YouTube. Hey, Chantel and Erica, you're on YouTube. Good to see you guys over there. Hey. Hey, Pastor Tish, good to see you, beautiful. Hey, Kamitha, I thought you weren't gonna make it. I thought you were tied up doing something. But hey, Jason, good to see you guys coming in. Hey, it's good to see you. Hey, Elder Jackie, good to see you. Oh my goodness, I'm doing so much traveling right now. I'm getting ready to go right back out in a couple days. So I'm trying to make sure I can make every Monday Night Live that I can. Hi, Aunt Riola. I got to call you and tell you what's going on. Not good. Hey, Pastor Dorothy. Hey, Sherry. Good to see all of you guys. Great to see you coming in. Thank you, Elder Jackie. I'm holding on to this hair. You said must be nice, be safe. Yes, it's a whole lot going on. I'm just gonna stay positive and say, yeah, it's nice. There's a whole lot going on, but it's good to see you guys. Really glad to see you guys on here tonight. I must get started. I'm gonna start like a couple of minutes. You guys know I try to do the announcements. I'm like repeating some stuff from the American Rescue Plan. I'm gonna start out with that. Thanks, Jason. I'm gonna start out with that tonight, but excuse me. I always try to plug the Transform Prayer Call. I hope you guys are like sometimes popping in and listening because it's really, really good. Elder Jackie is on here, Kamitha's on here, and they're two of the teachers, and they are really good. Hi, Louise. Good to see you. Yes, I will stay positive for sure. Hey, Erica Young. Good to see you. You're on YouTube. Good to see you over there. Hey, Prophet Lakeisha. Is it? Okay, you said my music is loud. Okay, let me turn it down. I didn't know it was so loud. Is that better? I'm gonna turn it off in a minute anyway. Hey, Cammie. Good to see you. But anyway, if you guys want to get on a prayer call in the morning, the Transform Prayer Call at 6 a.m. Central. The number is 302-202-1108. Hey, Prophet Kelly. The passcode is 523025. And they have different teachers every day, Monday through Friday. And they are excellent teachers. I used to be on there for like 7 years. And then I kind of came off the call. But I'm still on there listening. I was on there this morning. I try to support them. So if you all are looking for a prayer call in the morning, that's a great place to go. Hey, Doris. Good to see you. Also, I want to always thank you guys. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. The ones that have been booking prophetic advisements. Each week, I have had like 45 advisements on average each week. Someone just booked last night, and I'm up to 4 this week. Thank you all so much. I have to kind of juggle it now with my new job, but I just thank you guys. I'm so thankful for you booking prophetic advisements. And for some of you that don't know, it's awesome. It is really awesome. It's a 45-minute session, and I get in prayer and I hear what God is saying about you, because I'm not giving my opinion about anything. The advisement part comes from whatever's been released prophetically. So I get in prayer and I hear what the Lord is saying prophetically. You know what? I think I took my voice off. I got to take this off right quick. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Got to get this stuff together. Anyway, I get in prayer and hear about you prophetically. And then I release the prophecy at the top of the advisement. Then we go back to the beginning and we start dissecting what the Lord is saying. He releases all kind of stuff. It just depends on who you are and what's going on in your life. I mean, I'm doing a prophetic advisement in the morning, and God released that this person is going to be moving to Houston, but yet they have a job opportunity in California. It's just amazing, the things that the Holy Ghost releases. So he will say whatever it is that he wants you to hear, what you're supposed to know about your purpose, about what you're supposed to be doing, what's going on for this year, for 2021, your assignment. If you're in the wrong place, a lot of times I get that. If there's, people that have a desire to do something and they're not supposed to do it, the Lord, if he wants you to know that, he will release that. So it's 45 minutes in duration. And when we're done, the advisement part comes after the prophecy. Hey, Claudette, how are you? Hey, Brianna. The advisement comes after I release the prophetic word, and then we close out. Naturally, you have all kind of input, all kind of, opportunity to ask questions or give input as far as the advisement. And then I download it to you and send it to you before the end of the business day. So that's how that goes. So thank you all. The ones of you that have been booking advisements, I just am so appreciative. And I always want to get on here and thank you. Also, if any of you are going to be in Houston on the 30th of April and the 1st of May, I am going to be doing a dream conference. I will tell you guys more about it as it comes up, but it's going to be at Church of the Nation, the Church of the Nation. Yeah. Apostle Carnell Stokes. And we're going to be running classes on how to interpret your dreams. That's going to be April 30th and May 1st. That's a Friday and a Saturday. I'm going to do as much teaching as I can in those 2 days to teach you all how to interpret dreams. If you happen to be in the Houston area, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I don't know if this will be the only one. It might be the first of some. I don't know what's getting ready to happen, but that one's going to be a blowout. It's going to be really awesome. I feel stuff already in the spirit. I've saw a lot of stuff for that particular ministry. I'm just really excited already. I'm gonna be preparing for it. So if any of you all are in the Houston area, hey Anna, stop in and I will give you the times, on those days as we get more information. So I just wanted to let you guys know that right quick. Also, I am going to be broadcasting from my ministry page only. Starting on April the 26th. So next week, I'll still be on my personal page. If you have liked my ministry page, it's broadcasting simultaneously on my ministry page right now. I've been doing that now for the last 3 weeks. But next week is the last week I'm going to broadcast from my personal page. I'm going to transition all this stuff over, like the ministry stuff, over to my ministry page. So it's J.A. Journey Ministries, because my prophetic advisement is J.A. Journey Consulting. But J.A. Journey Ministries, you can go ahead and like that page and then hit notifications, so then you'll be notified. Otherwise, after next week, you guys, I won't be on this page. So J.A. Journey Ministries. Hey, Dr. Cynthia, good to see you. Yeah. Where is the link for your advisory? Let me put it up right quick for you, honey. This is where you can go and book right there. JA Journey Consulting.youcanbook.me. That's where you can go and book if you want a prophetic advisement. I'll take the ticker tape out. Yeah. So if you want a prophetic advisement, that's where you can go. Thank you for asking. But it's JA Journey Consulting.youcanbook.me. And I can tell you right off the bat, this whole week is booked except for Friday. I think I might have something open on Friday. The schedule is up. Those of you that are on YouTube, when you close out, if you are on a laptop, I'm pretty sure if you're on a laptop or a desktop, the button is at the top right-hand corner, and you just click on the button to schedule, and it takes you straight to the page. But that's the link for booking a prophetic advisement. So again, as I said before, I hope you guys got that. I'm going to take it off. J.A. Journey Ministries is where I will be broadcasting only. And YouTube. I'm sorry. Those of you that are on YouTube, I'm still going to be broadcasting on YouTube. So don't fear. I will be on YouTube. But as far as this personal page, I'm not going to be on this personal page anymore. You're welcome, hon. Hi, Michael. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Erica, for putting that link in there. Thank you, hon. That was awfully sweet of you. Thank you. So yeah, I will still be on YouTube and I'll be on my ministry page. So I think that's it as far as any of my personal announcements. I try to give you guys information about the American Rescue Plan. Now, some of you are new to this Monday Night Live, and it's going to be a repeat for a couple of you all. But I know that when I go through this so fast, sometimes people don't get it all down. So you can go back and look at this naturally because this is recorded and get this again. But the credit amount has been increased, okay, for the child tax credit. Remember, we were talking about the child tax credit was $2,000 and it's been increased to $3,600 for children under the age of 6 and $3,000 for other children under the age of 18. So 7 to 18 is $3,000. 6 and under is $3,600. The credit scope has been expanded. It says that children 17 years old and younger, as opposed to 16 years old and younger, will now be covered. It used to be if you had a 17-year-old, you were out of luck. That your 17-year-old, you couldn't claim them for the child tax credit. Biden and them have included 17-year-olds. It says credit amounts will be made through the advance payments during 2021. Will be made through advance payments, meaning that you're going to get money. It has been said up to $300 per child you will get put in your checking account. Individuals eligible for a 2021 child tax credit will receive advance payments for individuals credit, which the IRS and the Bureau of the Fiscal Service will make through periodic payments starting July 1st. So I'm reading this verbatim from the plan. July 1st to December 31st, 2021. If you want to find out about the American Rescue Plan, just go in Google and put it in Biden's American Rescue Plan 2021, and the links will come up. This change will allow families to receive assistance rather than waiting until you file your taxes, okay, next year for 2022. So you're going to get this money, extra money, starting July 1st. You don't have to pay tax on unemployment compensation up to $10,200. So those of you that have been drawing unemployment, $10,200 of your unemployment will not be taxed. You do not have to pay any tax up to that amount. You said, is this one of your HATS income tax return? Honey, no. No, it's not. But you know, the Lord I was walking one day and the Lord told me that in 2021, try to make my Monday Night Lives informational as well as ministry. And even with the ministry, I've tried to come up with, I did research and come up with information, things that we don't know, like how all the Black people in the Bible. I've been kind of like sprinkling that in here and there. Like I didn't know Goliath was Black. There was different people I didn't know was Black, and I'm trying to, you know what? Now that I think about it, I thought I had the book. Oh my God. I thought I had the book so I could show you guys the book. No, I don't have the book over here. Man, I might just get up from here and go get the book before I'm done and show you guys the book that I'm studying out of. I should have been done by now. But anyway, so yeah, no, I don't do tax returns. My daughter did them until people just made her just mad about it. So she doesn't do them anymore either. But I'm just trying to give more information. Hey, April. Hey, cousin. Good to see you. So, yeah, so that was, where did I leave off at? Okay, up to $10,200 of unemployment you don't have to pay tax on. The 15% increase in SNAP. Okay, those of you that got the link card, but folks in my family got the link card. I wish I qualified, but then again, maybe I shouldn't wish I qualified because that's not good, right? Because we're trying to be in the kingdom where we're supposed to be financially, so we don't want to qualify. But all due to those that do qualify. It's no shade to you whatsoever. You're gonna get about $100 more a month if you have up to 4 people in your household. So that's husband and wife, 2 kids. You'll get an additional $100 a month added to your link card. That's about $28 more per person average. That's what they have said. So your link card is going to go up. You all should have been getting that anyway. Hey, Deanna, it's good to see you, honey. Happy Monday to you too. Thank you, Pastor Garrett, for putting that figure in there, 10,200. So yeah, so any of you guys that have a link card, you're going to be getting more money on your SNAP benefits. And that's going to probably go all the way through September. Most of the stuff that Biden has been doing has been through September. So thank you, Pastor Garrick, saying good information. Yep, I'm trying to do that for sure. Hey, Prophet Trina, good to see you. So that's it as far as, giving you guys a repeat of some of the information. If there's anything new that comes up, I will definitely let you know. I'll announce it like in the beginning. So if you all saw the name of this, it was called When Are You Going to Become Undisputed? And I'm going to work this thing for the next 20 minutes or so and let you guys totally understand what I'm talking about. When are we going to become undisputed? Hi, Greg. It's good to see you. When are you going to become undisputed? Two people came to my mind, and there's a particular reason why I had this saying for tonight. When are you going to become undisputed? April, you are already undisputed, baby. Yes, Prophet Trina, I'm getting ready to unpack that thing. Hey, Erica, how are you, honey? Hey, Sharon, it's good to see you. So, Lakeisha, you funny. You putting people's names in there already. Okay, so when are you going to become undisputed? Two people came to my mind right off the bat when I started thinking about who was undisputed. Micaiah was undisputed. Apostle Paul was undisputed. When I think about people that are undisputed, when you think of that word, what really comes to mind? I mean, undisputed heavyweight champion. That's what came to my mind when I started thinking about how do you use the word undisputed? And when you really start thinking about and breaking it down, what does it mean? What does undisputed mean? And so when I thought about Micaiah, remember, the story about him. I'm just going to quickly run through this for about a minute or two. Is when, King Ahab and Jehoshaphat were getting ready to go to Ahab's war, because it wasn't Jehoshaphat's war. He had a bit of being there. But they were trying to find out what was going to happen. They wanted to know, from the prophets, can you let us know if we're going to win the war or not? And they called all these prophets, so-called prophets, and even, the prophets of Baal, and everyone said they were going to win the war. Remember, all the prophets said they were going to win the war. And so Jehoshaphat said, well, don't you have a prophet of God? Somebody that we can, there's got to be someone else that we can consult, because he just didn't feel right about it. He said, yeah, we got somebody, Micaiah, but he never tells me anything good. What does that mean? Micaiah is being true to himself. He's being undisputed in everything that he says and does. So they said, bring him. And when they went to get him, what did they tell him? The guys they went to get him, he said, you better not say anything different than what they've already told the king, because everybody has told the king he's going to win this war. And Micaiah said, I'm going to tell what the Lord tells me to say, and that's it. And they slapped him in the face, remember? And you know the whole story. Micaiah gets there and he tells what the word of the Lord is, and he's the only one that speaks the truth, and it was undisputed. And so then I thought about Apostle Paul, and this is what I'm really going to use to break this down. Hey, Mildred. Hey, Liara. How are you? Good to see you guys. Hey, Greg. Good to see you. So I wanted to use Apostle Paul to break this down. Yes, unrivaled. You got that right, Pastor Garrett. To break this down about when are you going to be undisputed? Hey, Tricia. When are you going to be undisputed? Apostle Paul, I took the story out of Galatians chapter 2. And if you all remember that in the early church, what was the sign of Christianity in the early church? The Jews said you had to be circumcised, right? In order to be considered a Christian, you had to be circumcised, a believer. But eventually, this very ritual became a point of contention. One of the times this subject took center stage was in the book of Galatians. And this was in chapter 2. Chapter 2 was a culmination of it. But remember, if you know the story about Apostle Paul and Apostle Peter, they had ended up having a falling out over this very thing. Why? Because Peter cared more about what folks thought about him than standing up for what was right. Apostle Paul preached to the uncircumcised, right? And Apostle Peter preached to the circumcised. There was a decision made that the Greeks didn't need to get circumcised. Okay, they're like, we don't need to be cutting our foreskin and all that stuff to show that we believe in Christ. They decided that was not necessary. And Peter was down with that. And remember, the Greeks and the Jews couldn't eat together. Remember that they had to be separated. So they decided this doesn't make any sense. If we're not going to require them to be circumcised, why can't we fellowship with them? Why can't we eat with them? Why do we have to be separated? Because the bottom line is your faith, your belief. That's what connects you to Christ. They decided that it was their faith. If they believed, that's all they needed. They didn't need to be circumcised. All due to all of you all that use blessed oil. And there's scripture about blessed oil. This just came in my mind just now. But for some, they need to have that contact. They need to do the blessed oil. They need to feel something to know that they have the power that is working. But actually, once you really start growing, you don't need to see anything. When it comes to faith, all you got to do is believe. You don't need to have the oil. Like I said, all due to the oil, because you know there's scriptures about go to the elders of the church, anoint them with oil, pray over them. Yes. But when your faith is so robust, you don't need to see nothing, because faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So they decided they didn't need to be circumcised. Okay? They said, we don't need that. So Peter was cool. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to start eating with y'all. We're going to fellowship. This is good. But then what happened? They decided to test it out. And when I say they decided to test it out, they kept on eating with Peter. But when the chief apostles came down to visit, what happened? Peter separated himself from them and wouldn't eat with them any longer. Wouldn't eat with the circumcised any longer. He became somebody who could be disputed. His reputation was no longer undisputed. The Message translation, I want to read this in the Message translation, and this is Galatians chapter 2. I think I'm starting at verse 11. Later, when Peter came to Antioch, I had a face-to-face confrontation with him. Now, this is Paul talking about Peter, because Paul would come up in your face. Paul would not be two-faced and talk about you behind your back and then grin and smile in your face and be a different person. Because he was clearly out of line, Paul said. Here's the situation. Earlier, before certain persons had come from James, Peter regularly ate with the non-Jews. But when that conservative group came from Jerusalem, he cautiously pulled back and put as much distance as he could manage between himself and his non-Jewish friends. That's how fearful he was of the conservative Jewish clique that's been pushing the old system of circumcision. Unfortunately, now I'm still in the Message translation, the rest of the Jews in the Antioch church joined in that hypocrisy, so that even Barnabas was swept along with the charade. That's the end of the quote. Peter didn't want to be seen with those he considered beneath him. So that's why I decided to title this message, When Are You Going to Become Undisputed? Yep, Cynthia, don't that sound familiar? Yep, Prophet Trina. When are you going to become undisputed? When are you going to not be somebody who wants to be liked? When are you going to become undisputed? Meaning, when you're undisputed, you cannot be called into question. Your reputation can't be called into question. This feels like a prophetic message. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give a little bit of a testimony, be transparent, because it's somewhat of a cleansing message for me. And I'm going to tell you why I decided to teach this and even pull my own personal life into it, just a smidge, to give you guys an understanding of where I'm going with this to help all of us. But what does being undisputed mean? It means being authentic. Being authentic, who you're supposed to be. And what does authentic mean? It means being bona fide. And what does bona fide mean? I'm steady breaking this down. It means being actually who you're supposed to be. Leaving the pack behind. Leaving the pack behind, April. not trying to be like everybody else, not being afraid of not being with the consensus, not being afraid of standing alone. Yes, Cynthia, being transparent, which I'm going to be in a second. I'm going to give you guys a short little testimony. Yes, the hour is now to be undisputed. Yes, Prophet Chantel, to the point where you are who you say you are. Nobody can come up and find error in what you claim you are. Apostle Paul, there he was undisputed in who he was. But what did Peter do? As soon as he did not want to be looked at differently because he wanted to fit in with this upper echelon group, he pulled away from those that he thought were beneath him or those that he thought might be in sin. I'm going to go there in a minute. He was not who he said he was. When nobody was around, when the group that he cared so much about weren't around, then he could hang out with folks. He could do what he could do what he didn't think he would be judged for doing. You got to operate in who you actually are. And you've got to get to a point in life, Jason, where you don't care if you're the only one that's standing in this thing. And everybody else can walk away from you. If you know God is for you, it doesn't matter who walks away from you. Because in the end, Prophet Trina, you're going to win. You're going to win. Even if all of your family members leave, Erica, you're going to stand there in this thing. You make a decision and you stand by it. You make a decision and you don't change your mind because all of the group is saying, I don't think that's what you should be doing. You have got to operate in who you are. For some of us, that's hard to do because that's going to place a demand on you to disagree with man. And when you disagree with man, sometimes that becomes a lonely place. And who wants to be alone? We agree in order to be liked. We agree in order to be loved. We agree in order to be popular and promoted. Becoming undisputed means nobody can poke holes in your character. Nobody. You don't go along with people and laugh with people and even participate in the stuff that you know is wrong when you're undisputed. I want you guys to share this broadcast for me. Like and share this broadcast because there's always people that I know the Lord is talking to besides us that can be helped by this. Because I'm going to tell you, the Lord helped me about a month and a half ago, and I kind of waited to really flush this thing out. I said a little bit about it the last broadcast, but I think it went over you all's head. I didn't really break that thing down, and I decided to do that tonight. Hey, Carla. So like the broadcast and share it for me. Thank you for sharing. So what do? We'll be sitting in a group of people and there'll be conversation going on about somebody that's not there. And we will sit there and not say nothing and not defend that person and not get up and walk away and not participate. Now, I know all of you all on here are not like that. Some of you, I know in particular, there's some of you on here that don't do that are different. But when are we all going to become undisputed? The reason why I can teach this is because I was guilty. And I got cleansed, and I thank God. And I don't care if I have to say opposite of the crowd. It is time for you to leave the pack behind. Carla, it is time for you to leave the pack behind. And I know you are one of those that do that. Yes, Erica, you are undisputed. It is time to leave the pack behind. You don't go along with people. You don't sit there and listen to garbage. It is time to leave them behind. I'm going to tell you the reason why I decided to teach this tonight, because about a month ago, the Lord ministered to me about the church and about us and about how we treat people we claim are brothers and sisters and how we treat people in general, not just in the kingdom, but just people in general. How many of us from time to time have gotten caught up in gossip, caught up in talking about somebody? We as church folks have it bad separating ourselves and judging people. Don't want to have anything to do with people we feel aren't living right. Don't want to have anything to do with people that we feel may have fallen. And I'm going to tell you all, I was guilty, and the Lord got me all the way together a while ago. Now, I was never like the type of person that wouldn't deal with you, period, because we all have fell short. We all got sin in our life. But I was guilty of some things that is just, I mean, this is a cleansing for me tonight, you all, and I'm hoping some of you all can relate. I have to click this because I'm missing some comments. Prophet Trina, you said, I just heard it in the spirit this morning. Because the sovereign Lord helps me, I will not be disgraced. Therefore, I have inset my face like a flint, and I know I will not be put to shame. Yes, Isaiah 57. She said she just heard that this morning. Judgment begins at the house. Got to go. Yes, Anna, got to go. So let me tell you this. Now, I'm going to just be real. Yeah, I've always worked in the inner circle of ministry. Always work with pastors, bishops, apostles, evangelists, teachers. I've always worked with the fivefold. But for some reason, the Lord always had me in the inner circle of ministry in every church that I've been in. And I didn't campaign for that. And churches at large, I've been since I was 22 years old, 25 years old. It's the same old thing. You said she's all up in the conversation we just had. Same old thing. I'm not going to say titles of people, but just same old thing. Just not being real. Just talking about people. Judging people. Don't want to be affiliated with people if you feel like their life is not where it should be, or if they have fallen short. And I'm going to tell you, this is how the Lord got me together. You said God has been dealing with me a lot, and it's the ones who say they really hear, but always dropping sour nuggets. Yeah. I was on a private Zoom call one time last month. And that's how recent this has been. And yeah, I'm a prophet. I've been blessed, with a prophetic mantle and a very accurate word of knowledge. And so there was a whole lot of stuff that I had been knowing was going on with this particular individual. And I had made a comment on a private Zoom call that I was going to take an opportunity to go and release the word of the Lord to this person. And so, in so many words, get them straight. It is just amazing what we think of ourselves, right? How righteous we think we are. And I was in prayer. And the Lord, I said this to you all last broadcast, but I know it just went over everybody's head. Just as quiet as ever, the Lord said to me, you deal with the soul of the man and let me deal with the sin of the soul. Y'all, when he said that to me, I'm going to tell you, and I just sat there and repeated it. You deal with the soul of man and let me deal with the sin of the soul. So in other words, it ain't none of your business about whatever sin somebody is caught up in or not caught up in. I will help them. I will cleanse them. I will deliver them. You just learn how to love people. You just learn how to deal with the soul of the man, mind, will, and emotions. Don't worry about the sin. I done already died for that. I'm going to try not to cry, y'all. I already shed my blood for that. What else do you think you can do besides sit up and talk about people? This was to me, y'all. I am doing a cleansing and a testifying. Okay? That day, when I tell you I did a complete 180 in my mind about how I thought about people, about how I approach ministry. I've never had a problem with loving people. Well, are we undisputed? Is our character undisputed? Are we who we say we are? When are we going to be undisputed, y'all? When are we going to be who we say we are? We don't want to be associated with someone. We don't want to deal with someone because of their lifestyle or because of something that's in their life. Who are we? Who are we? And the Lord told me, don't worry about that. You don't worry about that. He has already died for that. And he's nothing else he can do. He done went to the grave, got up. He's already did it all. You said I had to check some church folks that keep doing that like they never stumbled and fell or sinned. Absolutely. So I'm like, when are we going to become authentic? Start completely occupying yourself with being who you were born to be. And stop going along with the crowd just to be accepted. Jesus was never accepted, and he changed the whole world. You can affect change in people's lives by being authentic. Stop trying to fit in. Stop wanting people to like you. Start completely occupying who God made you to be. Love people. That's what we're supposed to do, y'all. Love people. Carla Monet Shaw, way too often I've seen it. Yes. We have to embrace them where they are. They will sense God's love through us. Doris, you're right. Worry about being accepted by Jesus. Yes, Erica. And so one thing that I have found, when you begin to be undisputed in who you say you are, undisputed in your character, authentic, and you know, that's like a catchword. It's like a buzzword, Trinity. I want to be authentic. Being authentic means most of the time being alone. Being authentic means not going with the crowd, not trying to fit in, not trying to be with everybody else. Being authentic means being pure, being undisputed. Paul was undisputed and Peter was not. He was not. Look what happened when the cock crowed. Being authentic. Being who God created you to be and walking in that thing. And really being real, y'all. When are we going to really, really be real? I was talking to someone the other day, and there's a lot of stuff that's going on in my life right now, a lot of movement. And they were saying, oh, wow, I really hate, that I'm probably not going to see you no more. I'm like, no, I don't. That ain't me. I don't leave people. I don't leave people. When I make a friendship with you, it's permanent. It's permanent. Pastor Cheryl, you said, help me to be authentic. It's permanent. I've been members of many, many churches over the years. And one thing that I know, and this is very true in any ethnicity, African-American, Caucasian churches. I was a member one time where me and my husband at the time joined a Caucasian church. And I say Caucasian because there was not a black face in the place. Me and him integrated the place. But the one thing I can say is when we left that church, the friendship ended. Why do people do that in the kingdom? We left that all-white church and we were there 6 years and brought a lot of other black people there. But when it was time that we had to leave, and probably because me and my husband separated, the friendship stopped. And I'm like, okay, so let me understand that we're just church friends, right? When are we going to be authentic, y'all? For real. If I have to pay a price, let it be because I choose to be the best version of me. Absolutely, Erica. So when you become undisputed, that means nobody can find any error in your character. They can't find any error in what you say. You do what you say you're going to do. You show up when you say you're going to show up. You produce like you say you're going to produce. And you are who you say you are. There's people that are carrying titles and don't have the anointing or the mantle for it. They are not undisputed. because they can't produce what they say they are. That's why it's never good to appoint yourself. It has to come from God. Yes, you said Cynthia, because they weren't authentic. It has to come from God. So I just wanted to jump on here. This is a short message tonight, you all, to tell you it is time for us to be undisputed. Share this message for me on your page. And don't forget to like my ministry page, JA Ministries, JA Journey Ministries, because next week will be the last time that I'll be broadcasting from this particular personal page. But thank you, Erica. I just needed to get that out, you all, because it freed me. When the Lord told me, just deal with the soul of man, when you deal with the soul of men, that's the mind, will, and emotions. You're loving them for real. Aside from, you don't even care about their life, so to speak. All that kind of stuff, you can take care of that in intercession. That's what the power of prayer is for. Look at your family as an example. I have saw stuff happen in my family, not because I spoke it, but because I prayed it. What does it say? You win them without the word. I went in prayer and moved mountains. I went in prayer and got stuff done and interceded. We always got to have this attitude that we got to say something, that we got to preach to somebody. And what do you think God thinks of us if we don't want to be connected to someone because of their lifestyle? You can look at all the examples of Jesus, of King Jesus, how he lived, what he did on this earth, who he was. He was a disruptor. And he never went according to the status quo. He was not that person. And you say, yeah, he was Jesus, he was God. He came as man in the flesh and left an example for us to follow. He always did things separate from the group, from the crowd, from the consensus. He was always that one that stood in his own truth. And we have to stop being afraid of losing. The bottom line, y'all, is when we don't stand in who we are and be authentic and have an undisputed character and an undisputed reputation, it's because we are afraid. Fear is the root of that thing. And the bottom line is you're thinking you're going to lose. We're afraid of losing status, afraid of losing a promotion, afraid of losing position, afraid of losing a person. We're afraid of what is going to happen to us as a result of being who we're really supposed to be, saying what we're really supposed to say, being authentic, telling the truth. It says, iron sharpens iron. What does that mean? Friends tell friends the truth, even when it hurts. But what happens? There's some friends that won't even speak the truth because I don't feel like being bothered with the backlash. I don't feel like. So you're just going to let that friend go ahead and go in error and watch them fall off the cliff because you don't feel like the confrontation. You don't feel like hearing it from them. And especially if the Lord has given you a word for them or given you advice. I'm talking to somebody right now that's giving you advice to give this person and you done held back because you know this person's confrontational or you know this person is combative. And I don't feel like all that. I don't feel like all that mouth. I don't feel like it's just too much. It's hard. It's just conversation. It's hard. Most of the time, if not all of the time, God has already fixed that thing. So when you do go to that person, it's going to work out completely opposite. How many times have you had an attitude like, I don't even want to go to this thing because I know every time I go over there, I'm going to have a bad time. It's going to be horrible. I'm going to come home, wish I had never went. And you go anyway, and it turned out to be the best time you've ever had. Completely made a fool out of everything you said. That's what happens when you walk in obedience. When you walk in obedience and do what the Lord has told you to do. This is for somebody that's supposed to go and say something to somebody and has been holding back. You do it so his grace can abound. Yes. Yes, Prophet Lakeisha, love me enough to correct me. Now, we're not talking about every time you turn around, you got to go and get somebody straight. We've said that before. No, that's not what this is about. But when you love someone and the Lord has released you, then you go and tell them to help them. But when we're talking about being undisputed, walking in our authentic self, that means separating yourself sometimes. That means people separating themselves from you, not wanting to be connected with you, because they don't want people to look at them in a certain light because they're connected with you. That's really pride. If we do that, that's really pride. I don't want to be connected with you because if I'm connected with you, then that's going to make people think that I'm like you. And I don't want people to think that I'm like you. That's when the Lord told me, stop that. Stop that, because that's pride. He told me to deal with the soul of the man. Let him deal with the rest. Let him deal with the rest. So I hope this short message helped you all tonight. I just wanted to get on here and say that, because as I'm going forward and freeing up you all, freeing up myself with whatever the Holy Ghost gives me, there's no telling where we'll go. There's no telling where we'll go. I'm planning on doing some things, especially this summer. Like last summer, we had a blowout 21-21 prayer time at 5 a.m. in the morning. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. It was July 1st to July 21st. I might, I don't know, but I plan on doing some things after I get settled with all this transition and stuff that's going on, and you guys will see it. But like I said, thank you, Jason. Like I said, if you're in the Houston area, on April 30th and May 1st, I'll be doing a dream conference down there with Apostle Carnell Stokes at the Church of the Nation, and it's going to be great. Thank you, Carla. It is going to be great. So again, I ask you to share this on your page for me. I really appreciate it. Also, if you, I really appreciate you all that have been giving into the ministry. I want to put this on here where you're not sowing to the ministry, you're sowing through the ministry. I heard that the other day, and I'm like, oh my God, and that's the way I have always thought about it, giving. And I never think about giving to that ministry, like I'm giving to this church. I always thought about that I'm sowing through the church because it's going to God. And like in Genesis 12:3, whatever you make happen for someone else, I will make happen for you. When you bless someone else, I will bless you. And so I said, that is just an awesome way to think about it. I used to deny people to give to me. I mean, not this is before I got into ministry. Like, somebody said, I'm going to send you, this, I'm going to do. I said, no. And the Lord ministered to me one time through an evangelist and said, when you stop people from giving, you're blocking them from reaping a harvest in their life. And this is like just people wanting to do stuff like, something just as simple as I don't know, just buy me something, or take me out to dinner or just anything. I would always turn it down. I said, no, that's okay. You don't have to do that. And then when I listened to the ministry of that statement, when that person said to me, don't tell me no, not to sow into you because you're blocking me from receiving my harvest. And that's what helped free me up, because I've always been a big giver. I'm still a big giver, And so when I saw this about you're not sowing to the ministry, you're sowing through the ministry, that's what I've always done. I've always looked at it like when I'm sowing, I'm giving to God, that I'm sowing to the Lord. So I put that up there if you all want to sow into the ministry, into J.A. Journey Ministries. You can sow a seed through I think I put it up. Oh, I took it down. Okay. You can sow a seed through Cash App or Zelle. That's my Zelle is my email address, juneallison54@gmail.com. And then Cash App is my name, just $ and my name. And you can sow into the ministry, and I'll appreciate it. Thank you all so much. This has just been so enriching for me, every Monday to get on here and to minister to you all. I just really enjoy ministering to you all. I just want to read some of the stuff you said. When you have a heart for God, you don't have thoughts on sowing incorrectly. You know it's for God. Amen, Cynthia. And I really enjoyed our time that we talked. Hey, Adam. Hey, it's good to see you. Thank you. Share it on your page so your friends can hear it. Obedience and sowing helps every area of your life, not just finance. That's absolutely true, Cynthia. You know, and there's one thing that I did. There's a person in Arkansas that has a supernatural mantle. I've told this before. And that's another thing too. Name your seed. When you sow, name your seed. If you want watermelons, you don't sow tomato seeds. Name what you want to get back. And I needed something to manifest for me in the supernatural. And I had a timeline on it that it had to happen. So I knew this person had a ministry and a mantle in the supernatural. And I sowed an offering twice into their ministry. And I got that thing. I mean, that thing manifested just like that. Because I believed what I was sowing for was going to be an immediate harvest. And I sowed into the ministry to receive it. And I received it. So name your seed. That's always what you need to do. Name your seed. And you all know about sowing and reaping. I don't want to keep dragging this out. I just thank you all so much for being on here every Monday. I thank you all for your feedback. We kind of like get on here and do this thing together. Name that thing. Yeah, Adam. We get on here and do this together on Mondays, and I really appreciate it. So like I told you, there's going to be some new stuff that you're going to see me doing pretty soon. I did a prophetic protocol class. There's about 25 of you all that came. That was a free class that took that class about a month and a half ago on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. It was awesome. Also, if you guys want to, take my dream class, it is still online. My book is still on Amazon. We Dream, Understanding God's Voice in the Night. And you can still order it. It's on Amazon, and I'm not trying to brag, but I've been getting like such great feedback. I was like really scared thinking, oh God, I hope people like this book. And I have really gotten awesome feedback on the book. And the dream class is online as well. Love you too, hon. I'm going to see you pretty soon, April, really, really soon. Because Naya's already out there. We'll have to talk. She's already out there, babe. So, yeah, you can go on my page, on my personal page. And if you need the link for the dream class, just email me at juneallison54@gmail.com. I'm trying to find, I know I have something I could pop up. Oh, my goodness. I don't think I have it. Okay, well, you can do this. You can email me there, dreamsandslumber@gmail.com. If you want to know about the dream class, because the dream class has been ready. People have been taking it, and it's awesome. And you can get all the information you want. If you email me there, I will answer all of your questions about the dream class. And it's a 5-week course, and you can learn a ton about how to interpret your dreams. And the book is it coincides with the class. You don't have to have the book to take the class, but it helps you a lot because the class is written, in line with the chapters in the book. So that's it. You said your book is awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Tish. Oh my God, that's such a compliment because you are the book writer. You are the author and the editor extraordinaire. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carla. She said that book is great. Thank you so much. Thank you, Pastor Dorothy. All right, you all, I am out. This was kind of short tonight because I really didn't go into prophecy that much. But I will say this, Adam, I don't know where you are. Just when I said I didn't go into prophecy that much, I actually didn't go to prophecy at all. And then something popped up for you. You're going to be moving, Adam. I don't know where you are. Pop in. You're going to be relocating. I'm just hearing that you're going to be relocating. There's some things getting ready to change in your life. Some good things getting ready to change in your life. You've been crying. You've done some crying, and God's getting ready to dry them tears. Pop in there to me if you can. I don't like people to put themselves out there. But if you can, are you still here locally or are you out of state? Because I see you relocating and I see some good things. I think Prophet Greta prophesied to you not too long ago too. But there's some good things going to happen for you. There's some good things going to happen for you because you love God. Man, you love God. Your heart is pure. You love God. God has been watching you Tell me where you are. Where are you? I mean, he's getting ready to do some stuff for you, Adam. Your life is getting ready to change. You're going to relocate. You're going to relocate. You said you screaming. Yeah, because you've never been on my lives. But when I saw you and I was just getting ready, y'all just getting ready to hang up, like hang up the phone. I was getting ready to say, okay, y'all, I'll see y'all. And then boom, that thing popped up that you're going to be relocating. You hear, but I'm moving soon, planning it now. Yeah. Amen. Yes. Let me tell you, absolutely the will of God for you to move. Let me get this banner off of here. Absolutely the will of God for you to move. Okay. You are absolutely supposed to be moving. That is you are in the spirit on the Lord's day, honey. You're supposed to be moving because your future is in the move. Now, there's one thing that I can say. Sometimes there's transitional moves. Sometimes God will have you move one place and then transition you to another place. But getting out of here is what you're supposed to be doing. That is absolutely right. And your life is getting ready to change. Some good things are going to come for you. Your career, there's some different things for you career-wise. You're going to have, something's going to happen when you're going to be in the mountain of arts and entertainment as well. I don't know what that's going to be. But you're going to be in the mountain of arts and entertainment. That's part of your future, what you're going to be doing. But I don't know, man, it's like I'm hearing a lot of stuff. I don't even like even technical stuff, like computer stuff. I don't know, but your life is going to be great. I mean, it's going to be great. Stay true to yourself, Adam. Don't let nobody influence you to do something you don't want to do. Don't let anybody. And when I mean that, I mean like influence your decisions, like for you to stay a different place or take a different job or influence you, or in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. So just be careful on who you take counsel from. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. Be careful on who you take counsel from. But yeah, I don't know if you do. Computers keeps popping up. I don't know if you do anything technically. But yeah, man, it's gonna be great. I mean, I'm feeling a whole lot of stuff for you. It's really gonna be great. Financially, you're gonna be blessed. I know you've been struggling. I know you've been struggling over the years. I see you crying. And the Lord said, I'm getting ready to bless my son. He's getting ready to do some things for you, man. He's getting ready to do some things for you, for real, for real. And throw off all of the negativity. Throw off the things that people have said that's hurt you. Release it from your spirit, soul, and body. Forgive and let it go. And don't hold it no more. Don't hold it no more. Apostle Matthew Stevenson, I caught him on Sunday teaching a message that said, take off your shoes, because this is holy ground. But the way he did that message in an analogy, take off your shoes, because remember when the Israelites were in the wilderness, those shoes were old, like 20 years old. So take off them old shoes, Adam. Old. He said, take off your shoes. Take off your past. Let your past go. Take them shoes off and don't put them back on. Let your past go, because your future is bright. Amen. Hey, Magali. Hey. That right there. Forgive and let go. Yes, Erica. Yep. Forgive and let go. So that is it, you all. I was going. I mean, I said I've been prophesying a lot. Like Friday, I got on last Friday, and that's all I did was prophesying. You said dealing with this today. Yes, Adam. Yeah. I mean, when he taught that in that different way about take off your shoes because this is holy ground, but the shoes he focused on. I see you, Magali, on YouTube. He was talking about the oldness of the shoes. And them shoes had dust, dirt, filth. They had been in the wilderness for 20 years. Love you, hon. Been in the wilderness for 20 years. And God said, let that stuff go. Let it go. Let the past go. Take them shoes off. Throw them shoes away. Because your future is all brand new, Adam. Everything is getting ready to be different for you. And getting out of here is the best decision you ever made. That's the best decision you ever made, is to relocate. Okay, you guys. So that's it. I am out of here. That's it. April blessings, May showering. Yep, Jason. That's it for tonight. Like I said, share this for me on your page. Somebody needs to know that When are you going to be undisputed? Doesn't matter what people say. Doesn't matter how people feel. You're undisputed. Your character is who you say you are. You don't say one thing and then do another. You don't speak one thing and then act another way. You're authentic. You're real. You're bona fide. Amen. Amen. All right, you guys, I am really out. God bless you. I will be on here again next Monday night. Have a great evening.